Hi all and welcome to THI show. Another busy and hectic week for me, but perhaps a different one from the past 2 months. I had more time to write more shows, which means there is a must listen to show coming up on Tuesday. Next Tuesday, Expose 9, so look forward to that. A member who has suffered and fought off cancer this year, and there were times when perhaps she considered her next birthday may not arrive. Well, it will, and it has this Sunday. So I'm sure you will all join me in wishing a happy birthday to Angela, and I'm sure Glenn will look after her and get her done on Sunday. The update on The Village, which is going rather swimmingly, despite interference, I might add. But the 6th land lot closes tomorrow, and another 2 land lots are under offer. So now we could have 8 lots owned by THI TPC members. Now the first home could well be delivered this coming week, and first members on our Avenue of Hope by October 2nd. Another 2 members are moving to the region on October the 1st, with the potential to move to the village also. Now Holly has been busy, and she's made arrangements with her landlord for short-term rentals in Farmington for members who wish to move there, or members waiting for their homes to arrive or built, and the rates are reasonable also. So contact Holly for further details on that. As many Americans mourned the loss of one day in September 20 years ago this week, much has been said and written about that day since, some valid, some lies, and some pure bullshittery. Much has changed in the time that has since passed. Much of that is buried below the surface of most Americans due to an inability to accept that America is and was vulnerable. It disturbs their own vulnerability, disturbs their own indoctrinated belief that America is the greatest or best at everything. And to those people, this is their reality. Or to others, that reality is a stretch beyond reality and into the realms of conspiracy theory. America sadly leads the world in 2 categories: military spending and incarceration, neither of which have any real value to the people, and both of which need radical intervention and a re-teaching course. But those 2 categories reinforce the Americans' need to be protected from their own vulnerabilities and fears. Fears since that day have followed a predictable path. Out went the Russians are coming in a slow boat to China. In came the Muslims are coming, and later the Chinese are coming. Throw in for good measure the Ebola, H1N1, swine flu, zombie virus were all coming, and eventually COVID arrived. A prize virus built again more on fear than reality. That fear feeds the machine and keeps a majority of Americans riddled with fears. September the 11th changed many people's lives that day globally, but for Americans it has changed everything. If people are asking for the return to normal prior to COVID, what about a return to the normal prior to 9/11? There was no Patriot Act that views all Americans as potential terrorists. There was less race issues and no Black Lives Matter groups dividing the people and their own communities. We didn't have a succession of letters named groups to deliberately label people to again divide and conquer people, and we didn't have social media creating more labels and tags, again dividing and conquering the people. We didn't have the rise of the same social media telling people what they can say or post, playing Zionist fascism. We didn't have the school culture where teachers are telling the children to not report things ongoing in the indoctrination rooms to their own parents. In 2001, we were shown the incompetence of government. And the fact that a drug-addled alcoholic was in the White House was bad enough, but what followed was no better. A faked named Muslim that tramples all over the Constitution and American laws, a game show host who has been bankrupt 6 times, yet still got access to finance denied to ordinary Americans, and now a senile old man who should be in a care home, is indicative of post-9/11 America. America, like Biden, is decaying and dying on its feet. Our freedoms eroded, our thinking denied, the people riddled with fear, insecurity and debt. Our children subjected to mind control, fear-based rhetoric, having been asked to not engage their own parents, and then when they leave school, now it's time to load debt onto them by educating them in the ways of subversion and non-productive learning. Should they leave that intact, they are then sent to foreign lands to fight wars and die, injured, drugged and PTSD'd for the psychopaths for the treasonous entity known as the American military. We are fighting for American freedoms. Dearie me. And they call us conspiracy theorists? Where is our so-called freedoms? Does anyone ask? Can't go to work, can't open a business, can't go to shops, bars, vacations, or anywhere without further restrictions and masks. Masks are symbolic, like wearing a yellow star on your jacket of the past. It also stifles the ability to speak, echoing the social media giants' draconian plans of blocking the throat chakra, stifling discourse and turning the whole nation into a divide and conquer word salad background. Sadly, filled with people too stupid to see through the fog of their own illusion. We are living the American dream, they say. But as George Carlin once said, you have to be asleep to do so. Because those of us who are awake see a whole different reality. What we see is a nightmare, not on Elm Street, but Wall Street, Pennsylvania Avenue, research centres, agencies, Black Sun agents, City of London, Vatican, and the fake His Story, and the state of Israel creating havoc, death, scarcity, fear and greed for their own perverse ideologies. I want the next 20 years to be the rise of not only the American people, but the rest of the world. Let us not accept their version of reality, life, fears, division, wars, suffering, despair, famines, diseases, and rebuild a new world in our image filled with hope, progression, freedom, unity, personal responsibility, natural law, need not greed, caring and sharing, cooperative, not competitive or comparative. A hand up, not a hand out. If you're too damn lazy to do it for you, at least do it for your children, for sore's sakes. Grow a damn set and stand up and fight back and demand change. Be change. Create change for the better for us all. We at THI and TPC have laid the foundation for that change. a gathering of like-minded people wanting and delivering a better humanity, an adult humanity, and an eventual advanced species. You want to rise and ascend? Join us. You want help, support, knowledge? Join us. You want funds and freedom from banks? Let's pool our resources with us and let's rebuild together. You want changes in government? Become the government. Work with the government from the platform we created. You want changes in law? Become the law. We have created a platform for that also. You want better food and cleaner water? We have created that also. You want your children to be taught, not educated? We have created that platform also. You want to live in an adult thinking, caring and sharing community? We have created and started that as well. Just drop your egos, misconceptions, false realities, fear, little me and saviour programs, and join us and be the change.